Yo, what's going on guys, it is Cynnnical, and today for you guys I have a top 5 video. Today we're going to be looking at 5 things I don't personally like about the Kingdom Hearts series. Now of course, don't get me wrong, Kingdom Hearts is my favorite video game franchise of all time, and well that's pretty obvious as I have a YouTube channel centered around it, but however we don't live in a perfect world, and there are a few things that I don't really particularly like too much about the games itself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember that basically these things aren't in any particular order, these are just 5 things that I don't like. Let's get on with the video. So time travel was something that was heavily introduced in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and I know for me personally, for movies and films or games when they add time travel aspects, it's one of the hardest things to actually figure out and understand. And even prior to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts was already this franchise that had a very confusing and hard to understand story. But with the inclusion of Dream Drop Distance's lore, including the time travel aspects to do with young Master Xehanort, and of course Ansem the Seeker of Darkness, it just made things even more confusing and harder to understand. Now unless that film or game is completely centered around time travel, that is completely fine, but time travel really wasn't introduced in Kingdom Hearts until Dream Drop Distance came along. Sure, there were things back throughout the kind of course of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 that had things to do with time travel if time travel wasn't really introduced. But the simple fact is, I kind of seen time travel as this aspect where developers add it in one of their games later on down the track when they can't really come up with any other way to explain something that's happened in one of the previous games or what's going to happen in one of the future games. I kind of see time travel as a thing to fall back on if they can't come up with that specific kind of direction where the lore is kind of flowing to. But that's kind of just my opinion on it. It's sort of an aspect that I find hard to sort of figure out, and I was constantly scratching my head the whole way through Dream Drop Distance. Multiple different platforms is something that Kingdom Hearts is renowned for. Kingdom Hearts has been on quite a few different systems. It's been on the PlayStation 2, of course that's where it started, but then from there kind of, well, veered off onto different consoles. Of course, it's been on the Game Boy Advance, the PlayStation Portable, the Nintendo DS, the Nintendo 3DS, it's now on the PlayStation 3 with the HD remixes, it's now going towards PlayStation 4. I mean, literally, Kingdom Hearts has been on so many different consoles, and I think this is an aspect that every single Kingdom Hearts player can agree with. I know that there are a ton of die-hard fans out there like myself who have gone out to buy that specific console that Kingdom Hearts has previously been on just to play Kingdom Hearts. Yes, literally, that's how devoted some of us are. It's crazy. And this is an aspect that kind of frustrates a lot of people, with Square Enix constantly going, oh, I like the hardware on that handheld, or oh, I like the hardware on that handheld, and they're constantly changing their mind to, you know, obviously distribute a Kingdom Hearts game to a specific console. I have bought a Game Boy Advance for, you know, Chain of Memories in the past. I have bought a Nintendo DS for Recoded and 358 over 2 days. Hell, I even bought a 3DS just for Dream Drop Distance. But of course, within saying that, that has actually opened up my eyes towards buying other games for those consoles, so for that I can sort of thank Square Enix, but still to the point, this is an aspect that really frustrates a lot of people. So if you've played all of the Kingdom Hearts games, you'll know that pretty much in the situation that we're in now, everyone is literally Xehanort. And this is something that really agitated me throughout playing the Kingdom Hearts games. Now, in some sense, I do find the aspects kind of cool, but literally every single bad guy is now Xehanort. I want this fresh new enemy to not really be a Xehanort, and I'm not talking about Heartless, Nobodies, no, I'm talking about like another main big villain who isn't Xehanort, and I feel like we'll probably get that in Kingdom Hearts 3, but literally as of right now, every single person is Xehanort.
Me? I'm already half Xehanort.
Are you fucking joking me? And the fact that we only know kind of half, if not half, of the Xehanorts that are out there, it's kind of like, alright, well, we've only met half the family, how many people are freaking left? Because of course we know that there are 13 Seekers of Darkness, and those people all are going to have some sort of connection to do with Xehanort, And oh my god, this is going back to the whole story thing, it gets confusing. And I can see for an outsider of the Kingdom Hearts series, yeah, it's probably really annoying trying to understand the lore of Kingdom Hearts. Alright, so you guys probably saw this one coming, but here it is, Atlantica. You guys know I fucking hate this world, and most people can probably agree with that. So Atlantica was one of those worlds that was just an absolute disaster and a painful experience to go through. Well, at least from my perspective. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1, the worst world out of all time for me is Atlantica. Just navigating through the world, having to swim up and down, diagonal, doing the dolphin flippy doos and bobs, and riding on dolphins, and literally, that was the biggest pain in the booty I think I've ever experienced. It's just those sort of worlds really aren't made for a game like Kingdom Hearts. And I absolutely dreaded going through that world every time I wanted to start a new game on Kingdom Hearts 1. And then of course Kingdom Hearts 2 rolls along. Yep, that's right, Atlantica has returned, but this time around it's not overly too bad as it is an optional world, but there's a good reason as to why it's an optional world. This world has literally nothing to do with the fucking storyline that is going on with Kingdom Hearts 2. The only reason why you go to Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 2 is to cheer up Ariel because she wants to go to the real outside world that we call the ground, Earth, outside places that aren't the bottom of the ocean. Yep, literally, the only purpose is to cheer Ariel up by singing with her. God freaking damn it. And finally, Japan getting the games first. Now, I know this might be a nitpick, and it's not really anything to do with the contents of what's included in Kingdom Hearts, but this is an aspect that bugs me a lot, and something I am so damn scared for Kingdom Hearts 2.8 as well as Kingdom Hearts 3. Since the dawn of time with Kingdom Hearts, Japan has always received every single Kingdom Hearts game first, and we usually receive it around about 3 months later. And for die-hard fans like myself and many of you guys out there, this is an aspect that we absolutely freaking hate. This is not really the only kind of good treatment that Japan have received in terms of Kingdom Hearts. For one, of course, they get the games first. They've received the final mixes, which means that for many years prior to, of course, HD remixes, Japan had all of this extra content to do within our favorite Kingdom Hearts games. But not only that, they also had access to kind of, you know, exclusive editions like the collector's editions, limited editions, and it was pretty damn clear to see that Japan were getting the good treatment in terms of Kingdom Hearts. Now, there's really nothing wrong with that because of the fact that Square Enix, in terms of Kingdom Hearts, Tetsuya Nomura and his team, they're a Japan-based company, so I suppose it does make sense that Japan are getting the good treatment, but I think that it is kind of time for Square Enix to wake up and realize that they have a much larger fan base outside of Japan. Kingdom Hearts is a huge game now in comparison to what it used to be many years ago when the franchise was first starting out. I only hope that Square Enix make the decision to have a worldwide release for both 2.8 and most definitely Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't really want to be sitting in my chair waiting 3 months, knowing between that time that there is quite a lot of people in Japan playing the game and seeing all this kind of footage being put on YouTube. That would just be the ultimate tease. Anyway guys, that is just my top 5 things that I don't particularly like about Kingdom Hearts. Otherwise, everything is positive towards the series. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, Kingdom Hearts is my favorite video game franchise of all time, and that's pretty damn obvious. Otherwise guys, what are your things that you don't particularly like too much about Kingdom Hearts? Be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.